Good morning, friends. How you doing? I am Joe Craig, host of Reeling and Telling the Truth. But we always give that caveat with my point of view. Are you ready to wake up? In spite of all that we've been seeing on TV for the last 6 months, all the mess, the madness, and the insanity. But this is what I'm doing. I'm going to use this opportunity in time to wake my bald headed self up. And this is how I'm going to do this, folks. I'm going to circle the wagons of my spirit and my soul and my sanity. And I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to realize my purpose. I'm going to put a strategy plan in place that I can be successful. I'm going to stop looking outwardly and start looking in my spirit and my soul and revisit my virtues, revisit my morals, my values, and how I spend my money on stuff, external stuff to satisfy my inner need. But I don't really do that anymore. I'm going to work on that. I recently discovered a guy by the name of Alan Watts. And he's asking us, are you ready to wake up? Are you ready to invest in your children? Are you ready to invest in your own spirit and your soul and not be a slave to the cycle of life? Are you ready to change based on what you have seen and experienced? Virtues, morality. Come on now, we got to change. So let's listen to what Mr. Alan Watts want to advise us on. And again, are you ready to wake up?
Now then, what has happened here is that by being aware of being aware, being able to represent what goes on fundamentally in terms of a system of symbols, such as words, such as numbers, you put, as it were, two lives together at once, one representing the other. The symbols representing the reality, the money representing the wealth. And if you don't realize that the symbol is really secondary, it doesn't have the same value. You know, people go to the supermarket and they get a whole cartload of goodies and they drive it through, and then the clerk fixes up the counter and this long tape comes out. And you say, $30, please. And everybody feels depressed because they give away $30 worth of paper, but they've got a cartload of goodies. And they don't think about that. They think they just lost $30. But you've got the real wealth in the cart. All you parted with was the paper. Because the paper in our system becomes more valuable than the wealth. It represents power, potentiality, whereas the wealth, you think, oh, well, that's just necessary. You've got to eat. Well, I mean, that's to be really mixed up. So then, if you awaken from this illusion, and you understand that black implies white, self implies other, life implies death, or shall I say, death implies life. You can feel yourself, not as a stranger in the world, not as something here on probation, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental. What you are basically, deep, deep down, far, far in, is simply the fabric and structure of existence itself. Because if you play life on the supposition that you're a helpless little puppet that got involved, or if you play it on the supposition that it's a frightful, serious risk and that we really ought to do something about it and so on, it's a drag. There's no point in going on living unless we make the assumption that the situation of life is optimal. That really and truly we are all in a state of total bliss and delight. But we are going to pretend we aren't just for kicks. You play non-bliss in order to be able to experience bliss. And you can go as far out as non-bliss as you want to go. And when you wake up, it'll be great. You know, you can slam yourself on the head with a hammer because it's so nice when you stop. And it makes you realize, you see, how great things are when you forget that that's the way it is. And that's just like black and white. You don't know black unless you know white. You don't know white unless you know black. This is simply fundamental. So then, here's the drama. My metaphysics, let me be perfectly frank with you, are that there is the central self. You can call it God, you can call it anything you like. And it's all of us. It's playing all the parts of all beings whatsoever, everywhere and anywhere. And it's playing the game of hide and seek with itself.
I'm going to stop right there. Now, my point of view from Mr. Alan Watts is this. We can't be a fake or a fraud to ourselves. My daddy used to say, take a look in the mirror and look at the person that you really are. Put down the facade. Let's start keeping it real with ourselves. Let's stop buying, spending for immediate gratification. Let's look for a long-term solution that's going to benefit the family, the whole person, and people who we surround ourselves with. I'm about some of that. So today, I'm not sad. I feel empowered, emboldened, and I feel great because I know what I'm not going to do anymore. I'm going to work toward to a better existence for me. And I wish you do the same. We don't have to spend all this money to prove to the kids, spouses, whoever, boyfriend, girlfriend, that if you spend money on me, that means you love me. We don't need all the clothes. We don't need all the gossip. We don't need all the external things that we need because it starts with inside of us. And so I'm taking today to have a new beginning for my own spirituality. And I didn't say Christianity. I said my spirituality, the being that lives in me, that challenges me to be a better, morally driven, self-conscious, have virtues, live in morals and values, and try to be good and stay out of the negativity. I'm making a list and checking it twice on the things that I'm not going to do today. So I'm going to turn whatever happened in my prior existence to include yesterday into a better man person. I challenge each and every one of you to take this day to reinventing who you are. I'm Joe Craig, host of Reeling and Telling the Truth, where we give our point of view. You can reach me on YouTube at Reeling and Telling our point of view, or on Facebook at Reeling and Telling Our Truth. I'm excited about a new beginning. I'm excited about my new process going forward. So I'm going to ask everyone out there, don't be discouraged. Be blessed. Keep your circle close. Learn to keep your mouth closed and make every day count. I'm Joe Craig, out.